The restaurant was one of those mid-range Italian places where the breadsticks were unlimited, and the pasta came in portions too large for any reasonable person to finish. My sister Monica had chosen it for my 32nd birthday dinner, and I'd arrived early, as usual, settling into the private dining room she'd reserved. "Happy birthday," Monica said when she arrived with her 17-year-old son Derek. No hug, just a quick pat on my shoulder before she slid into the seat across from me. Derek didn't look up from his phone. I'd learned to expect that. The rest of the family trickled in over the next 15 minutes, my parents, Monica's husband Paul, and our younger brother Jason with his girlfriend. By 7, we were all seated, menus open, the waiter taking drink orders. "Present time," Monica announced before we even ordered food, sliding a silver gift bag across the table to me. I opened it to find a luxury candle and a silk scarf, both clearly expensive. "Thank you. This is beautiful." My parents handed me an envelope with a gift card to my favorite bookstore. Jason and his girlfriend gave me a framed photo of us from last summer. Each gift was thoughtful, and I genuinely appreciated them all. Then Monica turned to Derek. "Did you bring Aunt Lisa's gift?" Derek finally looked up from his phone, annoyed at the interruption. He reached into his backpack and tossed a wrapped package onto the table. It slid across the tablecloth and stopped just short of my water glass. I unwrapped it carefully. Inside was a book, a hardcover about personal finance and investing. I recognized it immediately because I'd mentioned it in passing 3 months ago during a family dinner. Derek had actually listened and remembered. "This is perfect, Derek. Thank you so much. I've been wanting to read this." He shrugged, already back on his phone. "Mom said you like boring stuff." Monica laughed, not bothering to correct him. "Well, it's the thought that counts." I ran my hand over the book cover. "No, really, this is thoughtful. I appreciate it." "It was only $20, Derek muttered. The table went quiet for a moment. My mother cleared her throat. "Derek, that's not." "What?" He looked up, defensive. "It's true. Uncle Jason spent like $100 on that frame. Grandma and Grandpa always give gift cards for at least $50. You never buy expensive stuff, Aunt Lisa. Everyone knows that." My father set down his menu. "Derek, that's rude." "He's right though," Monica said, her tone light but pointed. "Lisa's always been frugal. Nothing wrong with that, but let's be honest. She shops at discount stores and drives a 10-year-old car. She's not exactly living large." I felt everyone's eyes on me. The waiter approached to take our orders, and I was grateful for the distraction. I ordered the cheapest pasta on the menu, as I always did, and handed back my menu. Derek smirked. "See, $16 pasta. I could have gotten that book for $15 on Amazon with free shipping." "Derek," Paul said, his voice carrying a warning tone, but he didn't push further. The dinner continued, conversation moving to other topics. Derek complained about his calculus teacher. Monica talked about the beach house they were renting for spring break. Jason discussed his promotion at work. I ate my pasta and listened, contributing when directly addressed but mostly staying quiet. When the cake came out, chocolate with vanilla frosting, everyone sang the half-hearted happy birthday. I blew out the candles while Derek filmed it on his phone, probably for some social media story I'd never see. "Make a wish," my mother said. I already had. We finished dessert and said our goodbyes in the parking lot. Monica hugged me this time, the kind of quick squeeze that felt obligatory. "Don't take Derek's comments personally. He's 17. They're all jerks at that age." "It's fine," I said. "You know we love you," she added, already walking toward her car. "Even if you are the practical one in the family." I drove home in my 10-year-old car, the book Derek had given me sitting on the passenger seat. When I got home, I made a cup of tea and sat at my kitchen table with my laptop. I opened my email and found the message I'd been avoiding for the past 3 hours, the one that had come in just before I'd left for dinner. It was from Derek's college fund advisor confirming our quarterly review meeting scheduled for tomorrow morning. I stared at the email for a long time. Then I opened my banking app and navigated to the education savings account I'd opened when Derek was 7 years old. The balance showed $173,412. I'd contributed $500 every single month for 10 years. Through promotions and raises, through job changes and apartment moves, I'd never missed a payment. Monica didn't know. I'd set it up as a surprise, planning to reveal it when Derek graduated high school. A gift that would cover 4 years of in-state tuition, room, and board, with money left over for books and expenses. I'd imagined his face when he found out, imagined Monica's tears of gratitude, imagined feeling like I'd done something truly meaningful for my family. Instead, I'd gotten a $20 book and a lecture about being cheap. I picked up my phone and texted the advisor, "Can we move tomorrow's meeting to 8 a.m.? I need to discuss some changes to the account." The response came within minutes. "Of course, see you then." I finished my tea and went to bed. I didn't feel angry. I felt clear. The advisor's office was in a building downtown, all glass and modern furniture. Margaret, a woman in her 50s with kind eyes and sensible shoes, greeted me in the lobby and led me to her office. "So," she said, settling behind her desk, "you mentioned wanting to make some changes? I want to close the account and transfer the full balance to my personal savings." Margaret's eyebrows rose. "The entire balance? May I ask why? Derek's college-bound, isn't he? Senior year." "He is. But I've decided this isn't how I want to allocate my resources anymore." She studied me for a moment. "Lisa, you've been contributing to this fund for a decade. That's a significant gift you're taking away. Are you sure about this?" "Completely sure." "Does your sister know about the account?" "No. It was going to be a surprise." Margaret leaned back in her chair. "And now?" "Now I'm choosing to invest in my own future instead of someone who thinks I'm cheap." She nodded slowly. "I understand. Let me pull up the paperwork. Since you're the sole contributor and account holder, you have full authority to close it. The transfer will take 3 to 5 business days." "Perfect." We spent the next 30 minutes signing documents. Margaret walked me through each form, explaining the tax implications and making sure I understood the process. When we finished, he handed me a folder with copies of everything. "For what it's worth," she said as I stood to leave, "I hope your nephew realizes what he lost." So do I. I went to work after the meeting, a normal Tuesday at the accounting firm where I'd been employed for 8 years. I answered emails, reviewed spreadsheets, and attended a budget meeting. I ate lunch at my desk, a sandwich I brought from home. Frugal, practical, cheap. My phone rang at 2:15. Monica's name flashed on the screen. I let it ring 4 times before answering. "Hello, what did you do?" Her voice was shrill, panicked. "I just got a call from someone named Margaret about Derek's college fund. She said you closed it?" "What college fund? What is she talking about?" "Exactly what it sounds like. I had a college fund for Derek. Now I don't." "You had a..." "Lisa, what are you saying? How much was in it?" $173,000. Silence. "Then, you're joking." "I'm not. I've been contributing $500 a month since he turned 7. It would have covered his entire undergraduate education." "Would have?" Her voice cracked. "Lisa, please tell me you didn't actually close it." Margaret said something about a transfer, but she wouldn't give me details because my name isn't on the account. "Tell me this is a mistake." I looked at the spreadsheet on my computer screen, numbers in neat columns, everything balanced and correct. "It's not a mistake. I closed it this morning." "Why would you do that? He's applying to colleges right now. Do you know how expensive tuition is? We were planning on financial aid and student loans, but if you have money..." Had money. Past tense. And I did it because I realized I was investing in someone who doesn't value me. "This is about dinner last night?" Monica's panic was shifting to anger. "You're punishing a 17-year-old for being rude? Are you insane?" "I'm not punishing anyone. I'm making a choice about my own money I earned, saved, and contributed without any obligation to do so. He's your nephew. And you're my sister. And last night you agreed with him when he called me cheap. You laughed about my frugal lifestyle while I sat there knowing I've been putting $500 a month into your son's future for 10 years. Monica's breathing was sharp on the other end. "You never told me. How was I supposed to know?" "You weren't. It was a gift. But gifts are for people who appreciate them. Derek made it clear last night that he doesn't appreciate anything I do. $20 was too cheap for his standards. Lisa, please. We can't afford college without help. Paul's salary barely covers the mortgage and Derek's car payment. We've got maybe $10,000 saved. That's 1 semester at a state school. Then Derek can take out loans like millions of other students. Or he can get a job. Or he can earn scholarships. There are options. You're really going to do this? You're going to take away his future because of one stupid comment?" "I'm not taking away his future. I'm choosing not to fund it. There's a difference. And it wasn't one comment, Monica. It's years of being treated like the boring, practical sister who doesn't understand real success because I don't buy luxury items or take expensive vacations. It's years of watching you dismiss my choices while I quietly supported your family. This is cruel. What's cruel is raising a child who thinks it's acceptable to mock someone's gift at their own birthday dinner. What's cruel is never teaching him gratitude or respect. I'm not the one who failed here. Monica was crying now. What do you want? An apology? Fine. I'm sorry. Derek's sorry. We'll do whatever you want, just please don't do this. I don't want anything. The decision is made. The money is being transferred to my account this week. Lisa, I hung up. My phone rang 6 more times that afternoon. I didn't answer. Monica left voicemails, each one a mix of desperation and anger. My mother called, confused, asking what was happening. Jason texted, asking if I was okay. I responded only to Jason, I'm fine. This is between Monica and me. That evening, I sat in my living room with the personal finance book Derek had given me. I opened it to the first chapter, about setting financial goals and prioritizing investments. The irony wasn't lost on me. My doorbell rang at 7. I looked through the peephole and saw Monica and Derek standing on my porch. I considered not answering, but I opened the door anyway. Can we come in? Monica asked. Her eyes were red from crying. I stepped aside. Derek stood in my living room, looking uncomfortable, his hands shoved in his pockets. Monica sat on my couch and I took the chair across from her. Derek has something to say, Monica prompted. He shifted his weight. I'm sorry for what I said at dinner. It was rude. Okay, I said. Monica leaned forward. Lisa, please reconsider. We'll pay you back somehow. Derek can work. He can contribute. Monica, stop. She closed her mouth. I'm not reopening the fund, but I want you to understand why. For 10 years, I lived below my means so I could give Derek a future without debt. I skipped vacations, drove an old car, bought discount clothes, and saved every extra dollar. I did it because I love you both and wanted to help. But last night showed me that my sacrifice meant nothing to you. Worse than nothing, actually, it was something to mock. Derek's face had gone pale. You really saved that much? For me? Yes. I didn't know. You weren't supposed to know. Not yet. But even without knowing about the fund, you should have known better than to insult someone's gift at their birthday dinner. Your mother should have corrected you instead of agreeing with you. Monica wiped her eyes. You're right. I was wrong. We both were. But please don't let our mistake ruin Derek's future. I'm not ruining anything. I'm simply not providing something I was never obligated to provide in the first place. Derek's future is up to him now, and to you, as his parents. What if he apologizes? Really apologizes? Monica's voice was desperate. I looked at Derek. Do you understand what you did wrong? He nodded slowly. I was ungrateful and mean, and I didn't think about your feelings. That's true, but the bigger issue is that you've been raised to think the value of a gift is measured by its price tag. That's a lesson I can't undo with money. I don't think that, he said quietly. I was just being stupid. Maybe, but I need you both to understand something. Respect isn't transactional. I don't give gifts expecting gratitude, but I also won't continue supporting people who treat me poorly. The college fund is closed. That decision is final. What happens now is up to you. Monica stood, pulling Derek toward the door. We'll figure something out. We always do. But this isn't over, Lisa. You can't just walk away from family. I'm not walking away. I'm setting boundaries. There's a difference. After they left, I sat in the quiet of my home. The book Derek had given me was still on the coffee table. I picked it up and read the first chapter. It talked about investing in yourself, about making choices that align with your values, about the importance of saying no. I'd spent 10 years investing in Derek's future. Now it was time to invest in my own. The money transferred to my account 4 days later, $173,412. I sat at my computer, looking at the balance, and opened a new spreadsheet. Down payment for a house, emergency fund expansion, retirement contributions, travel fund, professional development courses. For the first time in 10 years, my money was going toward my own dreams instead of someone else's expectations. And despite everything, Monica's tears, Derek's shock, my mother's disappointed phone calls, I felt something I hadn't felt in years. I felt free.